Kevin Nicholson just unveiled as the next Torquay United manager. What did that feel like?
Brilliant, loved it. Very, very proud moment as a professional. I love my time here just as a player, and I'm hoping to love my time as player manager even more.
What does your history with the club, what does it bring to the role, do you think, in terms of being a former player?
Well, it gives me a lot of understanding of what the place is about. I understand that the issues that I'm going to come up against in terms of training and that kind of stuff. But more than anything, I know the fans. I know what's expected. I know what gets people going out there. I've been here in some great times, so I take those experiences and I'm hoping to give the players some of them. And if they do, they'll love playing here just as much as I did.
The team's recent form hasn't been the best. Everyone knows that. Things need improving. What are you looking to do? What are your early steps in terms of improving the team's form?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the team's form has got nothing to do with anything. While I've been here, we haven't lost a game. So, as far as the players are concerned, it's a clean slate. I'm not worried about anything that they've done up until Monday morning when I met them. What they do from now on is what's going to define our season and what's going to define me as a manager. But it's all about the players. If I can get them happy, if I can get them playing football for the reasons that we all played football, because we love doing it and because we like to win and because we like to run around and kick a ball, then I think we'll be alright.
So tell us about your role as a player manager. How do you see that working? It's not something that's happens a lot nowadays. How is it going to work for us?
Well, I think I can bring my experience as a player and a little bit of calm on the pitch, as well as what I can bring to the players as a manager and a person off it. So I will guide them, I'll show them what I want, and then it's up to them. There's some really talented players in there, some good young players. They just need a little bit of direction and a bit of purpose, and I think a lot of them could go on and do bigger and better things in football, starting here, and I can show them what I want, literally, by being on the pitch and doing it, and I can join in with them in training. So there's none of those sessions where you're doing a session as a player and you think, oh, this is hard. It's all right for that manager telling me what to do because I'll be doing it with them. So we are a no excuse environment anymore. There's nothing that we can do about certain things, but the things that we can control, we're gonna, and I can lead from the front.
Talk about training with the players. You've had a few training sessions so far. You've had a lot of talent in the team, and people have seen that, I think, at parts during the season. What first impression did they make on you, the players?
Well, their attitudes all seem spot on, and that for me is the biggest thing. Give me an average player with a great attitude way above a great player with an average attitude. I think if we can get that ethos running through the side, and if they know that if I see them never giving up and trying to do the right things, then I'll never criticise them for making mistakes. But yeah, I've enjoyed training with them. I did the whole session with them yesterday, and it was good fun on the pitch. A few sprints, a few little bits of SAQ stuff, try and get ourselves quicker, and then a game. And I just wanted them to play a game and just enjoy football. And they seem to do that, and although it was all about enjoying it, I think a new manager turning up made it turn into quite a fierce encounter for a training game, and that's what I'm after for Saturday. I'm after people going in there and doing it for the love of it and enjoying it and reacting and getting hold of the ball and expressing themselves.
So what's your philosophy in training? Is it train how you play?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's all about preparation. What we do now is what is going to come out on Saturday, and so if I prepare them right and I get them a little bit of direction, like I said before, show them the kind of stuff that I'm after, and they go out there and try and put that into plan, then we'll all get on well, and I think we'll do well.
It's not that long since we actually did another interview down the corridor, talking about how you're leaving the club as a player and you're returning as a manager. Now, some people may say, it's your first job, there's not a lot of experience. What do you say to that?
Well, I've got 20 years experience in football. I left home at 14 to go to Lilleshall, which was full-time football training, and from then on, that's all I've known. So I've got a huge amount of experience in dressing rooms, different characters, different players, these situations that you find yourselves in where sometimes you're winning and it seems easy, and other times you're losing and you can't understand why. I don't think experience as a manager is that big a thing for us. I think I can relate to the players a lot better than a lot would be able to, because I am still in it myself. The only thing I've not had experience with really is being under pressure to lose my job, because if we lose the next couple of games, I'm going to get the bullet. So, I'm sure most managers go through that, and hopefully it won't be for a few years for me.
Aldershot on Saturday at home, your first game. What are you going to feel leading the team out as manager for the first time? What are your expectations?
Immense pride. I'm going to be nervous. I'm one of those players, even now, I'm always nervous before a game. So I can only imagine what I'm going to be like on Saturday morning when I wake up. But I can't wait, I can't wait. I want as many people in here cheering us on as we can get, and I want to give them something to cheer, which is more important. I don't think we need to go begging for people to come back. I think we need to show them a reason to come back and watch us and get this place as full as it can be. And make sure that people leave here thinking they've had value for money. And if I can do that, then come Saturday night, regardless of result, I think I'll be incredibly proud.
Our current captain, Exeter Skagen, is suffering with injury. You've given that role to Angus MacDonald. Why have you done that?
Because I think he's a leader. I think he's a young man that plays like a leader, and I think he can show the lads what I'm after. And I think if we can get in line behind him and how he plays the game and the passion that he shows out there, I think we'll be all right. And I want that for all the players. You can only have one captain, you can only have one armband out there, but you can have 11 leaders. It doesn't have to be leading in the sense of screaming and shouting and throwing things around the dressing room, but somebody that goes out there and does their job exactly how we've talked about, and goes out there with the discipline, and then comes in the next day and lives right and eats right and gets up and trains hard. That's a leader for me. You don't have to say anything, and that's a passion as well. So I think if we can get everybody pulling in the right direction, and we can all get up and follow Angus's lead, I think we'll be all right.
There's been a lot of talk about the club and the fans getting closer together, and the club giving back more than it has done in the past. And it's probably been a bit of a false start in that sense recently. How do you see that turning out? What do you think you can bring to that?
Well, I think that we've got to start just telling fans we need them to come back. I think we've got to start showing them a reason to come back, and I think that's going to come with performances on the pitch. But I also think we need to show them our plan, and we will. We'll show them exactly how we're planning on going about building trust again in the community. This club as a whole should be a beacon in the community for all that's good. We should be giving back to anything and everything that we can. And it should be something that makes everybody happy and proud. And so I'll be doing everything in my power to make sure that happens. I know a lot of the fans personally, because living around the area and Twitter and Facebook and all that kind of thing. So they know what it means to me, and they know that I understand what they've been through, and they hopefully will know that I will work very, very hard to make sure that in the coming weeks and months and years, all being well, that we'll get this place rocking again, and we'll have people turning up an hour or two before a game to get together and have a drink and a chat and maybe do some activities and tell stories about how great the things are and where we've come and where we've got to.
Kevin Nicholson, welcome back to the club and good luck for Saturday.
Thanks very much.